Well, my work credentials are that I've assembled staffs both in Washington, D.C. and Rhode Island that are similar to the staffs that are going to have to be assembled by our current mayor. Chief of staffs, press people, constituent people. So that's my work experience. And what was the second part of the question? I'm sorry.
What qualifies you to run the city, to meet a budget and the city's obligations?
As part of my duties as Chief of Staff in Congress and the Lieutenant Governor's office, it was to manage the office budget. Secondly, as part of my duties, I had to deal with the state budget. And in Congress, the congressman I worked for, Congressman Wagon, served on the Budget Committee, which actually produced a balanced budget that year. So our office was involved with the federal budget. So I've had experience working with governmental budgets, which, as we all know, are very different than private sector budgets.
Mr. DaSilva.
Thank you. As a person who's worked his way and earned his way through the ranks of a police department, a major police department in the city, I've managed at many different levels, from the entry level as a sergeant to a lieutenant in charge of internal affairs to a captain now. So I have experience managing people. When I was on a platoon, I had 21 people that answered to me. That type of experience can be transitioned into being a mayor, I truly believe. But on top of that, I have the experience of being a Rhode Island state representative, where I had to work with people from all different backgrounds, bring collaborators from the community, bring legislators on different sides of the aisle to agree and compose law and get the laws passed. I have that experience of bringing people together and putting things together. As a founder and president of the East Providence Soccer Association, I brought members of the community together to form this nonprofit to service the kids in our community. We've got, I think, 70 some odd volunteers. These are all people in the community that we have brought together to work for one common goal. And I believe that that type of leadership is what's needed at the City Hall. At City Hall, I will bring people together for one common goal, which is moving the city forward, bringing everyone together to work as a team. That's my background, that's my experience. Thank you.
Mr. Quatrucci.
What was that question again?
What are your qualifications to be mayor and to run the city?
Okay. I've run.
And you have 30 seconds.
Okay, I've been in charge of the building division for 30 years. I'm not only the building official, I'm in charge of the whole division. That's mechanical, plumbing, zoning, electrical, the works. Last year we took in $1.5 million, a budget of the 700, so we made 800 and change for the taxpayer. That's not bad. I was a businessman for 42 years. I would never have lasted 42 years if I can do a budget. So I think that would make me, if you can do one budget and make money, you can do 5.
Ms. Rossi.
I have over 15 years of cost accounting background. I have a certificate in business management from Bryant University. I have an array of fun things that I do, construction-wise. And I am the only person sitting here tonight who has ever balanced the East Providence city budget to the tune of over $180 million. I feel very confident that I am qualified to lead this city.
Thank you. Yes, Mr. Russo.
Just like to add one thing to my answer that time prevents. As far as my ability to lead this city, I have a history of bringing people together. And just as an example, when I was in Little League, myself, a person from Rumford and a person from Riverside, for the first time ever, were able to have the major baseball division play in one unified city league. Now, anyone that's ever coached Little League knows that's full of politics, so that wasn't an easy thing.